What's up, guys? So I thought we'd kind of take a break from the camper. I've got another video on that coming, and it's kind of getting tedious at the moment. I'm getting down to some of the nitty-gritty parts of trying to waterproof the thing, but it's coming along pretty good. So we're going to take a break from that today anyway. We're going to do a couple mail calls, and then I'll show you what I've been up to today to kind of get my mind off of the hecticness of camper repair, because something that they hold together completely with staples is terrible to try to take back apart. But anyway, we're going to do these mail calls, and then I'll show you kind of what I've been up to today. Alright, so I got my other tripod out in the camper, and it's my little bit bigger one, so we're kind of low here. But we'll start with this one I got first. So One Wild Camaro SS. A lot of you guys that watch my channel have probably seen him, probably have his sticker, but he's got a really nice channel. Apparently he's having problems with his Camaro recently, so he's got a lot of work to do coming up, but he does a lot of videos on his Camaro and that kind of thing. But you know, he's just another good YouTuber, especially from Canada, man. I don't know how many freaking Canadian channels I watch, but I don't know what it is about Canadian guys. They're pretty funny dudes, and they're very entertaining, so they provide a lot of my YouTube entertainment. So this one says, "Hope you like the stickers, buddy. Cheers from Canada." And he sent me 2 of them, so that's pretty awesome. And his actually feels waterproof, so I might be able to stick this on my side case possibly, since he sent me an extra one anyways. So yeah, that's awesome. That's probably one of the coolest stickers I've seen. It's got a wrench. It's got wrenches. Oh, and look, they're even the ratcheting wrenches. I don't even have that ratcheting wrench. I need to buy a set, but you know, sticking with the cheaper stuff at the moment, but eventually. And the next one here, we got Steve Robb. Steve Robb does a lot of channel reviews. If he likes your channel, he'll kind of pick it up and do a channel review on it, and he swaps stickers with you, you know, if you want to get a sticker. So that's kind of what I've done. We've swapped stickers and that kind of thing. But he's got a really nice channel. He's always interesting to hear talk and listen to, and he's always got something, you know, a positive point to make out of things, you know, and that's really what we need on YouTube, you know, not a lot of negative drama and that kind of thing. And so if you like that kind of positivity and good videos, you know, check out Steve Robb. And you know, he's even got his own little mailer sticker here, so you know, that's awesome. And this one's from Canada too. Check out that stamp. It's like a little baby mountain goat, so that's pretty sweet. Oh yeah, and One Wild Camaro's got the same one. I guess they got a good run on those stamps going up there right now. But anyway, we'll get this one open here. And here's Steve Robb's sticker. This one I think's waterproof too, but I only got one, so it's got to go on the sticker board with the rest of them. That way I can give shout outs. So says, "Great vids, bud. Keep your right hand cranked, Steve Robb." And by right hand cranked, he means on the motorcycle. So yep, that's an awesome sticker. But yeah, check out Steve Robb. You know, like I said, he does a lot of channel reviews and that kind of thing. Right now he's got a couple part series of I think it's a 3 or 4 part now of Canadian Tire kind of messing him over, you know, and they won't even just come out and say, you know, hey, that's, you know, the manager's fault and not you know, not employee, and all Steve Robb wants to do is get it fixed, you know, maybe train the employees a little better, because I believe it was his daughter that took the truck out from the business, and it was kind of, you know, a big thing. His lug nuts weren't, well, they were over torqued, you know, and those can snap off. And I actually had my brother, he was on his way back from a town about 30 minutes from here, and his lug nuts snapped off. I mean, I don't know, it's probably him over tightening it, knowing him, but you know, it can happen. And you know, luckily his just kind of stopped, and he like just drove straight off the road without flipping his van or nothing. He had kids in the car, so that was a good thing. But anyway, we're going to stick these up on the board. I actually have another one from Buzza still here, but I don't know if it's waterproof to stick on my case, or I would stick that one on. but it's probably going to go on my toolbox if it ain't waterproof. But yeah, so we're going to stick these on one at a time here. I'll try to peel it one-handed. And I think we're going to just continue on down here. Dang, first try, look at that. And it's even like 99% straight. Alright, where are we going to go with Steve Rob? That looks like a pretty good spot right there. Kind of in between, or should I lessen the space? Maybe we'll just stick it there. I can always put up another one of these. They're pretty cheap. And I'm still trying to get some plexi to cover this. Drive Shaft Drew told me that his were peeling off, you know, out in the shop, and I think I seen another YouTuber that said his was peeling off because of the cold or whatever. So I'm going to get a piece of plexi hopefully to go over that. I've got to get a piece of plexi for the camper made and get that going, so maybe I can get one to cover that. But yeah, I'll have enough room, I'm sure. Maybe one day I'll fill this up. But anyway, we'll check out the stickers. So we got One Wild Camaro SS, One Life ADV, MBYR31 Matt, and Texas Viking Terry's channel, Calvin's Corner 72, Steve Rob. There's my sticker, the red gone to gray. There's the Buzzsaw, Midwest Moto Rider, and Drive Shaft Drew. So yeah, check them all out on YouTube, guys. Good guys. Alright, so now we're going to get to what I wanted to show you, what I'm up to. Let me stick these notes back up here because I keep all these. And so pretty much I mentioned in one of my last videos I was going to relace this, so I've got that done now. It was pretty hectic doing this. I had to cut over half the old spokes off because they were just too tight to get off, and it's now been relaced with brand new spokes on here. All these are completely new all the way around. I've tightened them up, torqued it, and I've trued the rim the best I could. Apparently, you know, a street bike rim, it's got spokes, needs to be a lot truer, you know, because you're going to go a lot higher speeds a lot of times, you know. Not that I'm wanting anybody to speed, but you know, sometimes the bikes go 90, 100 mile per hour or more on some of these older bikes that have the spokes. And I know my bike here that's got the spokes, it goes you know, at least 100 on this 650. And you know, you got to have a round true rim to keep it from wobbling or bouncing. You got to true it side to side, so if the rim's going back and forth when you're looking at it from behind, you got to true that to where it's straight, and then you got to true the rotational side where it's, you know, it could have a hop in it, you know, and if you're doing 90 and you hit that hop, you know, it's a bad deal. But dirt bike rims and off-road bike rims that aren't meant for the road, they have a lot less tolerances to go by. So this has like a 2 millimeter play that it could have back or forth this way or up or down, you know. And the street bikes, I don't know what they are exactly, but I'm sure they're probably dead on or within 1, you know, or less than that. You know, they might even get down to the smaller measurements to, you know, be between 0 and whatever, you know, 10,000ths of an inch or something, you know. But anyway, that's trued. It's inside now because I did it at my desk while watching a couple YouTube videos, and it's my truing stand, what I was talking about. Pretty much rod goes through there, you sit it on there, and you can spin it and see which way it's going, up or down, and it's got a little rod on there that kind of shows you how much it's bouncing in and away from it. I didn't film it mainly because it's my first time and I didn't want to film a long video of me going, why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? You know, it took me a long time to do it, let me tell you. And I wanted to try to focus on it to make sure I got it right rather than sit there and try to film it and whatnot. But anyway, I tightened all the spokes and then I torqued it. I've got a Tusk torque spoke wrench, a spoke torque wrench, and it's just a small torque wrench, you know, about 8 inches long or so, and then you go around and torque them and everything. So they're all torqued up to spec. I think the bottom end is 19, so you don't want to go below 19, so you just want to make sure you're up above 19. And you can over tighten them, but the only thing that's going to happen over tighten them usually is the spokes will snap, so you know, you don't want to go a whole lot over. But anyway, that's done now. I've got my new tire on here, and man, check out the pattern on this. Is that not the craziest looking tire you've seen? I mean, look at it. It just goes left, right, left, right. This is a Sedona, and it's an HP it's a hard pack tire, and it's called the MX907 HP, and it's, you know, a hard pack tire, but it's more of a trials bike tire, as you know. It's insanely knobby, but what they mean when they say it's more of a trials bike is there's more land than sea than a normal dirt bike tire. So what I mean like that is, this is the land, all these knobs, and this is the sea. So when you've got more land, it's usually more accompanied to a trials tire, whereas the old tire I took off has more sea in between the knobs, so you've got more sea to land, so that's more of a knobby, straight off-road, muddy dirt bike tire. Same way with this. This is a quite knobby tire off my KLR, and it's got probably about as much land as sea when you measure it all, because it's a 50-50 type of tire. So, and this one would be more like a 90-10 or something, as a 90% off-road or somewhere close to that, even though they don't rate dirt bike tires like that. But anyway, I thought this would be good because this is good for rocks and roots and stuff like that. You know, it's okay in the mud, but it's not going to be as great as my last tire I had on there in the mud, which I don't ride a lot of mud. I ride a lot more rocky areas and a lot more rooty areas, so that's why I got this tire. Plus that tread pattern, I mean, look at that. It's like, it goes this way and this way and this way, compared to this new tire I'm going to put on my KLR, which is more of a street tire. And you can see it's a whole lot more land than sea, and that's going to help that tire last. I'm hoping that's going to be more of a 6,000 to 10,000 mile tire than my previous T63s, which was the same make as this but a rear tire, and I'm only getting 2,500 or so out of them. So anyway, that's what I'm up to. I'm going to get this slapped back on and go from there. But pretty much, I mean, this thing was a pain because I've never changed a tire with a rim lock on it. So it was a pain. I had to completely loosen it up to take it off, and then to put it back on I had to kind of get that in there first. Then I work the tube in there and put the nuts on each of them so they don't go, and then I have to leave it completely loosened up, and then get one side of the bead on and then the other. But when you put these on, you got to start down at the rim lock to get those on, then you work it around, then you're gonna have a much easier time. But I mean, it went on super simple. I used Dawn dish soap out here. You can see my mess. But yeah, I've got some Dawn dish soap, a rubber mallet. I had a hammer just so I could kind of move my wrench, bang my wrench out when it got stuck. But usually I don't use that. But then I kind of sat the thing on a rag, and there's my Dawn and my spoons I got laying there. But anyway, that's how I change all my tires now. Unless they're these street bike tires, I'm sure I won't change those. But I can change all of these tires myself on the trail and everything. So anyways, I'm going to get this back on here, then hopefully we'll be going to a ride by the end of this month or something. There was one today that I wanted to go to, but I've actually like kind of scheduled something else today that I have to do too. So I kind of can't go. And it started at 9:30, so it's already going. It's like a poker run, you know, a dice run, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I'm going to get this back on, and I'll show you kind of what it looks like when it's all done. Alright guys, got the tire back on, so now you can really kind of get an eye on that tread and what it looks like. Pretty cool tread, but a lot of them on the market aren't like that. And most of them are, you know, like these here, just straight, flat across knobs, you know. So this will be an interesting tire to try out, and it's got a lot of really good reviews for a cheaper tire like it is. And being off-road, you know, it doesn't have to have mileage or nothing on it. You'll just hope it wears good in the rock and the knobs don't rip off at any time. So yeah, I got the chain adjusted, and it looks pretty good on there with all the new spokes all the way around. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll show you what I use to true it and the other tools I use. So this is the Tusk Precision Balancing and Truing Stand. I don't know about balancing a tire on here. I don't know how that works without a machine. But anyway, pretty much you put the tire on here and you spin it, and this is your thing. You can adjust it back and forth to get it as close as possible to the rim without hitting it. That's just a level to level the stand, and pretty much it's all just eyeballing it, and then you tighten the spokes as it spins. And this is the tusk torque wrench that I was talking about. This is just a normal torque wrench, but it's small and it takes these little guys to can go in there. And there's a few different sizes for different size spokes. But it's good to have, especially since I own a couple bikes with spokes on them. So you always want to be able to adjust your spokes. And this is just a normal hand spoke. Just got these ends here come off, and I've got a few different ends for it. And that's just something you can carry with you on the trail. Because once you've true to tire and you've got the new spokes on there and stuff and torqued them, you have to stop after so long and retorque. Just not really retorque them, but check them, you know. And that's something I'll do when I get to get out and ride it finally. But yeah, it's all done and looking good. So anyway, next I'll be putting those tires on shortly, because this front one's about done and the back one's got, you know, 300 to 400 miles left on it, and it'll be done. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And comment and subscribe, and check out all the guys I showed you on the sticker board. A lot of cool guys up there. So thanks for watching.